Hello, mi amigos. Basically, I'm doing another video for 2K22, WWE 2K22, and basically, if you haven't heard the news already, 2K have recruited a new person, Patrick Gilmore, to be the executive producer of the game. And now I'm not talking about the actor, I'm talking about another person called Patrick Gilmore. And basically, if you don't know who he is, he's worked on what I've heard to be pretty good games. So yeah, I'm just making this video and just to see if you guys agree with me and, you know, give 2K some more ideas. This time I've actually got them written down, so I'm not going to ramble on. But yeah, so I'm also going to be tweeting this to, or DMing this video to Patrick Gilmore himself, and maybe he sees the video, and if you are, hello, don't mess it up, please, I'm begging you. I'm going to spend probably a lot of money on this, so please make it worth the amount of money that you're going to, you know, ask for us to, you get what I mean, hopefully. Anyway, enough of the rambling. Let's just go on. Right. What we want. Well, what I want, maybe you guys want it as well, but it's just my opinion. Keep that in mind with everything I say. It's just my opinion. So if you go from the comments saying, "Oh, this is a bad idea, because this and this," it's my opinion, and if you have a different opinion, you have a different opinion. Simple as that. Anyway, let's go. So, I cannot stress this first one enough. I've said it in the last video that I did about this topic. Is an error mode. Basically, what I'm talking about when I say error mode is basically a showcase mode of all the different errors. You know, you got the golden era, the new generation, attitude era, ruthless aggression, the PG era, the reality era, and the new era, which is basically what we have now. So basically, I think from 2016 to the current day. And basically, what I want to see is like all the biggest moments, all the biggest matches of all of this. So basically, do what WWE 13 did, but with more errors, and yeah, basically that. And yeah, so the types of the reason why I want this is because I want to get like all of the classic superstars instead of just buying them off, not buying, but getting them off community creations. I want them to look authentic. And don't get me wrong, some creations on 2K community creations are insane. Maybe not this year. Like, maybe not 2K20 as good. 2K19 was just fabulous. But there's also another problem. You don't get entrances for them. Like, you can't find the proper entrances. Some of them, yeah, you do get, like, the proper entrances. Because, you know, preset entrances are basically based off different entrances in different games. I'm not entirely sure. But, you know, some of them, you don't actually have them. So best to have them. And another reason why is because WWE 13 Attitude Era mode, it had some great superstars it came with. Eddie Guerrero from back in 2000, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2000. Edge and Christian, Chris Jericho from back then. I mean, we still get him, but I don't know. I don't think it's the one that I personally want. Yeah, you basically got some pretty good, or really good, you know, storylines and people. But what annoyed me is that the DLCs have so much better people. You get Too Cool, which is Rikishi, Scotty 2 Hotty, and I forgot the other one. If you know the other one, then you know the other one. Gangrel, and that comes with the Brood entrance, and I've always wanted the friggin' Brood entrance with the official Gangrel. I know you can get it in 2K14, but you don't get the proper attires for Edge and Christian, and you don't get like a proper gangrel. You have to actually like create it yourself, which annoys me, and I'm not the best creator in wrestling games. So yeah, and because community creations are shut down in WWE 13 because it was made all the way back in 2012, you get where I'm going at. So yeah, and it's such a shame because you can't get the DLC anymore, like I said, because it was made all the way back in 2012, and it was made by a company that's defunct now. In fact, 2012 was when THQ actually just, I think they sold it to someone else. Like, THQ is still around, but they called THQ Nordic, or Nordic. Don't laugh, guys. I know I said it. I know I said the word, but it's not funny. Become mature, okay? Jeez. Got so immature. Anyway, yeah, so, they run it now, so, and I don't think they actually have any control of the old wrestling games at all, but, yeah, so it's such a shame that you can't get the DLCs anymore, and it's just really sad. But yeah, the people I'd like to see as unlockables or free unlockables in this are Edge and Christian, their classic attire, and their crowd entrance and all of that stuff. An old attires for Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. I know you can't get people like CM Punk, Ryback. I don't think you can get Umaga. People like that. People who left on bad terms with WWE. Again, like Dean Ambrose, people like that. And so that might be a shame that you can't really get them. But community creations always hook you up with the best Dean Ambroses, with the best Umagas, the best anyone who wasn't in the game, they can do a pretty good job at it. Even CM Punk, especially CM Punk. Every single game that I've got, CM Punk in 2K community creations is always like at least like the top most downloaded, and it looks so good. Even the ones that aren't really top most downloaded or downloaded that much, they are so good. They are splendid. But yeah, I'd like to get the classic Edge and Christian, maybe Gangrel, but I will get to that later on. And people like Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. I would say Mr. T, but I doubt it. But yeah, so like I said, era mode, showcase mode of different eras: golden era, new generation era, attitude era, ruthless aggression era, PG and reality, and the new era. So yeah, if you can make that happen, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, next up, DLC ideas. I only put 2 things on this, but maybe you can make like an era DLC, which is basically like an additional stuff to every era that you have in the era mode, basically. So for example, right, you have the attitude era. In the DLC, you can get Gangrel and the Brood entrance. You have the golden era. You could probably get, I don't know, what was his name back then? I'm thinking of the Godfather, but I forgot what he was called back then. I completely forgot. Yeah, but if you know, you know. But yeah, you get what I mean, hopefully. And next up, and I think probably the last thing on my list, modes. So this is basically a mix between like match types that we'd want and like modes that we want. Alright, so first of all, bring back Buried Alive matches, because I swear to God, if you don't, I'm going to slap you across the face. I'm joking. That may have been a joke. May have been. Nah. It's just me being silly. But yeah, actually include buried alive matches, because they're actually a lot of fun if you play them, and maybe you can add a little mini game when you're trying to push someone, or friggin' murder someone, bury them alive, as the title of the match suggests. So yeah, why wouldn't you want to kill someone in a wrestling game? That's like the dream I've always had. Kind of morbid, but we move. Next up, story mode. Bring that back, because listen here, the creativity of so much people who buy wrestling games is unbelievable, and we want to see what they can do in a story. And I think it's a really good thing, because you can make your own storylines and stuff, and it's just so interesting to see what people would want, like maybe dream matches and stuff. It would just be like a great addition to the game, especially with nowadays where people are kind of hating WWE for doing the wrong things, especially with rivalries and storylines. And then they can adjust stuff to the way they wanted it to be, and maybe we can get some horny creeps who would want to make sex tapes. But yeah, go ahead, add them in. Next, Inferno Matches. Do I really have to explain myself for that one? Who wouldn't want to set someone on fire? I should probably stop right there before, FBI's come knocking at my door. But next, GM mode. Who wouldn't want to know how to run a wrestling show? You know what I mean? Because, again, like I said, people are kind of hating WWE for, what they're doing. But, I mean, if that's the case, go ahead, run the show yourself, draft your own superstars, make your own title matches, schedule matches yourself, schedule pay-per-views and whatnot. It's so good, it could pretty much go with story mode. And but don't do that, because we want story mode and GM mode to be separate, okay? Don't do that. Do not do that. Okay? Do not do that. Anyway, next up, Wargames. We've had 3-4 Wargames matches in NXT so far. I think, when did they start doing it? It was either 2007. No, it can't be 2017. I think it was 2018, because if it was in that case, we've had 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But and ever since then, we've never had Wargames matches, like in a recent wrestling game at least, because Wargames came back, I believe, in 2018 in NXT, right? What game came out in 2018? 2K19. What did we not get in 2K19? Wargames matches. And sure, maybe the actual match came out later than 2K19. But if that's the case, why is it not in 2K20? Why? You want to explain that to me, 2K? Add it in 2K22. It's your actual opportunity. You have a long time to actually develop this game, make it as good as you possibly can. So go ahead, add it in. And you want to know what not to do with that match? Don't make it exclusive to the NXT arena or any other NXT takeover arenas. Keep it as any arena, just don't leave it exclusive to just one or a few arenas, alright? Don't do that, because that would be a bad idea. Okay, just don't. Next up, better universe mode. I mentioned this in the last video that I did about this. Universe mode is my favorite mode in a wrestling game. It's endless, it's fun. The story, there's what do you call him now? I'm stupid. I'm way too early in the morning for this. I haven't slept at all. It's 8. I haven't slept. I woke up at 9 p.m. What are they called? Storylines. That's it. I can't believe I forgot the word storylines. But yeah, I love to see like different storylines play out in universe mode, and but there is a problem with that. You don't get as much cutscenes as you would have back in the day. WWE 12, I've mentioned this before, I've said it before, I'll say it again, is the best place to play universe mode. You want to know how to top that? Do the same as WWE 12 did with universe mode, but better. You want to know how to make it better? Okay, I'll tell you. Realism. More rivalries, different rivalry types. For example, triple threat rivalries, fatal four-way rivalries, 3-on-2 rivalries, 3-on-3 rivalries, 4-on-3 rivalries, 4-on... just multiple stuff you can do. 5-way rivalries, you know what I mean? There's so many things you can do. You can take it beyond possibilities, right? And with that, you can do so much with universe mode. Currently, I like what they're doing with universe mode. They're slowly getting... sorry if I'm dozing off. I'm just really tired because, again, I haven't slept. But, they've made it better. They've made universe mode better, but they're doing it slowly. Like, I like what they did in 2K20, but what sucks about it is that it was in a dog doo-doo game. You know what I mean? Because everyone knows, right? Everyone knows 2K20 was a bad game, but the universe mode was at least decent. Because you actually got, like, 14 or so matches, or like 12 or 13 or something like that, matches in regular weekly shows, which actually happens in regular weekly shows. You get because before you only had a limit of 5 to 7, but now you get a limit, or was it 3? I think before they did 5 to 7, then they did 3 to 7 because of 205 Live. And then they bumped it up to 3 to 14, 12 or 13, something like that. And then pay-per-views, by God, you could have 14, 15, 16 matches, I believe. And I love that because that's what actually happens on WWE. You get multiple matches, and by multiple I mean up to the 15 mark. Maybe 12 on weekly shows, but 15 on actual pay-per-views. But yeah, so I'm glad that they did that. So keep that in, alright? Keep that in. And I like how you did 4 rivalries, but bump it up to more rivalries, alright? Bump it up to more. So yeah, do that. And, add in the to WWE 12 sort of thing where you get random cutscenes out of nowhere in almost every single match. And bring back highlight matches or something like that. What is it called? It's tonight's match of the night. I'm pretty sure they called it. Match of the night basically means that there's guaranteed to be a cutscene during that match. Bring that back because, it kind of builds up suspense in a way, but you know that something's coming. You just don't know. So a cutscene's happening, but you don't know which one. You know what I mean? So yeah, do that, and you may be on the brink of having one of the best wrestling games ever produced. So yeah, sorry I kept rambling on. There's always a skip feature on YouTube that you can do. So yeah, but yeah, thanks for watching. Give me more watch time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And I'm gonna go back to playing 2K14. Bye bye.